Welcome back to the hot, dirty, sweaty, soon-to-be stormy homestead. Um, probably last video or so. I don't know when they're going to come out, what exactly order. I'm not 100% sure yet. But one of the last videos you saw me using the brush hog, mowing some out in the field, and the paddock for the sheep. So this video, I want to do something a little strange, a little different, but thought maybe it'd be worth a shot. That grass or hay that I cut, it's been laying there for about a week, letting it dry as much as I can between thunder showers. It's supposed to have been dry all week, but we've been getting rain about every night, some pop-up thunderstorms. Supposed to have some severe stuff coming in here within the next few hours, so I want to get going on this. But what I'm going to do is try to get that up and use it for hay, at least for the goats, if not for the sheep. I'm kind of going to be a little old-fashioned way of doing it, not going to bale it or anything. Just some loose hay. I got an old 5x8 trailer with like the steel mesh for the bottom. I'm just gonna throw it up on that, and whatever's not dry should be able to dry on that, getting airflow on all the sides. So what I got, I didn't want to buy a landscape rake or a hay rake. Even the landscape rakes for the tractors are ridiculous amounts of money. This is a landscape rake, but it's designed for like an ATV system. So that's where I'm having some issues running into. I got it off of Amazon. I think it was only 150, 180 bucks, something like that. It's pretty heavy duty. I mean, for what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna be doing anything super commercial with it, nothing. I'm gonna try to use it to rake up some of the hay into piles and then just use a pitchfork, throw it up on the trailer. Problem is, it's designed for their ATV system. So instead of going into the 2-inch hitch, it goes over. And what I thought I'd do is just slide this 3-way ball in from the back and just use the pin, go through and kind of sandwich it in there. Wouldn't go anywhere that way. The problem I keep running into, if I've tried an adapter, trying the 3-way ball, it's just the hole on the rake is too far out from the 3-point adapter there, and the pin's not still off by a ½ inch. So instead of trying to figure out something else, buying something else, I'm going to take a hacksaw, hack about ½ inch off the end of the rake, whatever you want to call this here, and gonna cut a ½ inch off the end. That should line everything up, and then we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to get at that, and we'll come back when I am done. Well, that doesn't look too bad. Went through all right. I could touch up the paint there at some point, but whatever. Took about 5/8 off instead of ½ inch, just give it a little wiggle room. See how that does now? You can see here where I got this sticking out. I'm trying to line it up with the holes here. So hopefully that'll work and be able to run that pin through there. Yes, I'm wearing safety glasses. I have had metal pieces in my eye before, and it's not fun. So yeah, my shoes aren't probably up to OSHA spec, but I don't know. I can take a scratch to the foot better than a scratch to the eye. Perfect. I don't know why they use such a long pin for that, but whatever. See, not extra, but it'll work. Let's see how it does. Mowing, raking the hay. Well, you can see the dead, dry stuff that I had mowed down. This is what I'm going to be trying to get up. We're in the little paddock here. I want to get the sheep in here later on this week, but I want to get this out so the stuff underneath can come up nice. I'll have something to munch on, and then we can maybe see if we can use it for the sheep or the goats for supplemental feeding. I'm not planning on keeping it till winter, but see what it does. Well, don't know how well you can see that. I mean, let's see the little bit of a pile up there in front of the calf hutch. It did okay. I mean, it's not a hay rake, so it's not really gonna grab, but kind of problem is I'm going with the grain, and then this paddock's not wide enough to go across the grain. So what I'm gonna do is this thing can angle. See if I can angle it, maybe they give me a little bit better result here. See if that maybe kind of goes across the grain a little bit, helps out. Well, angling it worked a little bit better. I mean, I'm not going to be doing this by hand, so this is better than doing that, and I'm not buying a rake. Like with that 3-ball coupler and the rake, I'm at less than 250 bucks. You could use landscape rake. You're looking at 700 around here. Even a hay rake, you're looking 600-700 for an old one from the 60s, 50s, 60s. So I cleaned it up in here a little bit. A lot of this is just squished down. It's not even actually mowed. Take you out in the field here. I've kind of been playing around with it a little bit, going at an angle across the mowed areas, and it's actually working a lot better like I thought it would. So let's go out there and take a look at that. Show you what we got up. Like I said, a lot of this is just mowed. It's squished down. You can see it's not even coming up. So I mean, we're working in a tight little paddock like this. It's a brush hog. Tractor's running it over. I had to get a bunch of stuff out of here before I even mowed. So it was pretty trampled down, squished down, then squished down. Here's my pile. I don't know, it's a hay bale, a small bale. $5 worth of hay. Whatever, I'll throw it on the trailer, dry it, and use it. I'm just trying not to be wasteful. Thought it'd be fun to experiment, see what I could do for maybe for the future. See if we could be a viable option for when I just had to mow and just had all this stuff laying around out here. I mean, I could technically hire someone to come mow it and bale it, and maybe if it gets like this before they get the cows in next year, I'll have them do that. But I mean, I got a landscape rake that will work for around the place, you know, doing other actual landscape projects. And I'll get a little bit of stuff up here. We'll see if the animals will even need it or not. But it's fun. It's fun to play around, experiment. There's their $50 calf hutch, so I'm not gonna complain about that. Let's get out here. Here I kind of went with the grain and kind of piled up a little bit. We'll set you up here behind the tractor. See me go at an angle. Seems to clear it up pretty well when I do it that way. Well, you can see it kind of cleaned up here fairly decent. I wasn't cutting hay, so it's not going to look like a cut hay. I don't know, we'll give it a go and see how it does. See, I just grabbed the trailer, just took the hitch off the rake, turned it around, picked up the trailer. This is the stuff I'm picking up. Yeah, it's been raining off and on the past few days, so it's a little damp, like I said. You can see the trailer, it's just got that mesh. So it should dry out right on here. Just picking up this pile right here and just throwing it on there and see how it goes. Don't worry about that license plate, that is no longer in use. This thing has been off the road for a couple of years now, so get that thrown on here. Got a couple more piles, pick that up. I think that'll be about it for this video. So please like and subscribe. Get back in the frame here. Like and subscribe. Please keep growing the channel. Keep helping out the homestead. Follow us along. Maybe someday this will go viral. I don't know. I don't know why a guy doing a homestead hack job on hay will ever go viral, but hey, I can dream, can't I? We'll get this thrown up. I'll do maybe an update when I try to feed it to the goat and see what happens. I'm gonna give it a few days on here to dry if it ever stops storming. But yeah, that was trying to make hay a really weird, not very intuitive way. So hope you enjoyed me being kind of weird and just experimenting and seeing if I could save a buck or two, which I'm not, but something to do, trying not to be wasteful, trying to use whatever resources we have available. So thank y'all, see you next time. Thought I'd update you on the hay here before the video is completely done. Got the 3 piles I had up. It's a 5x8 trailer. It's all a foot thick on there. That ain't too bad for just screwing around doing this couple little areas that you saw me do. Like I said, it's still damp because it hasn't stopped raining. Even though we're super dry, it seems like it will rain overnight every night and then dry out really bad during the day. This is not drying out during the day, so I'll have to flip it a few times to get it dry. Not really worrying about even if it does start on fire. I guess the trailer would probably be a little bit burnt up, but it's not going inside or nothing, so we'll see what happens. Let's see what they think of the hay I put up from the other day. See if they actually eat it or not. Yeah, it's probably not as good as the stuff you usually get. What you think? Don't like it? Not any good? We'll come back later and see. Oh, here we are a couple days later. You can see they've eaten some of the hay. It looks like they've sat in it a little bit too. Whatever, it was a fun experiment. I'm not going to plan on using it for anything that they really need. I'll probably throw more in there just so they have some more forage as well. You can see they're thistle growing in there. I'll have to get rid of that. They're eating this down pretty good. They got that one open to them as well, just for the 2 goats. So still a lot of forage left in here. That one's closed off. We'll open that back up to them here pretty soon and close off some of these used up ones. But yeah, they took some of the hay, they're eating it. They prefer the fresh green when they got it. And then I do actually have some actual baled hay that I've tossed into them here and there, and they like that. It's got a little bit different mix in it. This is just the tops of the grass. You can see out there, you can see the cows are out there. Doesn't have the most nutrition, probably not the most taste, so it's not really going to be their favorite. But it looks like they've eaten some of it, so if in a pinch, if that's all we had, they'd eat it. But that was the update on the hay. Thank you.